Welcome to this demo of Exadata Fleet Dashboards. My name is Björn Boltoft and I'm Product Manager for Exadata Management Pack and Zero Data Loss Recovery Appliance Management Pack. Exadata Dashboards are a powerful feature for configuration and capacity management across your Exadata's and Zero Data Loss Recovery Appliances fleet. There are four sets of dashboards, and the first here is the Fleet Configuration Dashboard. These dashboards provide details of your complete Exadata estate. It provides information about hardware and software configuration on all your components on your Exadatas. You will have details on hardware versions on compute nodes, storage nodes, switches and other components. You will also have software version for your Exadata components as well. And on top of that you will see databases and its versions. Next dashboard is the Fleet Aggregated Capacity. This provides you a summary of CPU, memory and storage capacity and performance across your entire Exadata fleet. Here we can see CPU utilization, memory utilization, storage utilization and storage server I/O details. Next dashboard is the Fleet Capacity Dashboard. Here we have details for individual Exadatas across the fleet. Here we can see CPU and storage utilization and capacity for individual Exadata, and it will allow you to do a comparison by Exadata systems. In the last dashboard we have details on individual compute and storage nodes. Here we can see details if the workload is spread evenly around compute nodes or if there are compute nodes that are over or underutilized. Let's see how this looks in Enterprise Manager. We are connected to Enterprise Manager and here we go to the Exadata tab. Here we can see all our Exadatas in this environment and we have 9 Exadata machines. Let's go to the dashboards. We start with the Exadata Fleet Configuration Dashboard. Here we can see all our Exadatas, type of Exadatas, that they are deployed as bare metal and virtual machines. We can see hardware configuration for each individual Exadata. We can also see software versions. As an example, we have 2 different switch versions in this environment. We can add filters to narrow down the selection. Let's add a filter on Exadata generation. As an example, our plan can be to decommission our X6. So we add a filter on X6 Exadata versions. There are currently 2 X6 machines, both on premises, and there are only 2 databases on them. One 21.14 and one 19.23 database. Let's get details on the 21.14 database. Since both databases are pluggable databases, then we can also look at details for the pluggable databases. Here we can see that we only have 2 pluggable databases and one of them are CDB root. So there is only one pluggable database for each that will be affected by this decommissioning. Let's look at the Fleet Aggregated Capacity Dashboard. We added the filter in the Configuration Dashboard, and when switching to the Fleet Aggregated Capacity, this dashboard inherits the same filter. As we can see here, we have filters for X6 machines. All the statistic is now for X6. We can hover over a specific graph and look at the details. It will highlight details for all graphs at the same time point. Further down we have the CPU utilization, I/O load, total read throughput and even more statistic. Let's remove the filter and look at all our Exadata environments. Same information are available, but now we have the correlated information for all our Exadatas. By adding a new filter, we can look at the difference between the X6 and X7. Now let's go to the Exadata Fleet Capacity Dashboard. Since we removed the filter on the previous dashboard, then we are entering this dashboard without any filters. What we can see here is that we have different colors on the bubbles, are based on the group by setting, which is lifecycle status. In this case, we have development, production, and test. The size of the bubble is also showing us the size of the Exadata machine. The largest size in this case is a 190 core Exadata machine. Let's switch the group by to department. We can now see that we have two different departments. Sales department for one of them, and we have the OPS department for the second one. Let's switch to group by location. We can see that both our large Exadata machines are located in the SCA data center. We have several other Exadata machines that are in either Nassau data center or in the OCI data center. Few of them have not set as data center. It is important to use the target property for a correct visualization. Here we can see details on individual disk groups in the system, free space, used space, and how much database table space size that is allocated. We can look at the growth of different disk groups also. All data is based on the last 30 days. We can look at read latency and write latency for both physical disk and for flash disks. All this data is also available as bar graphs, and we can see to which system certain storage groups belongs to, what type of data that's inside the group, and how much space that's utilized by table space and how much unutilized. We can also look at more details. As example, here we can look at capacity for individual disk groups, read latency, and write latency. It is also possible to export a dashboard to CSV format files, and each individual dashboard will be exported to a separate file. Let's go to the lead component capacity dashboard. We can now see details for individual compute nodes and storage servers. Each Exadata are now divided into its compute nodes. By switching to department, we can look at different compute nodes, and we can see that compute nodes on same Exadata belongs to different departments. Switching back to lifecycle status, and we can see that we have development and production servers and a few test servers as well. We can also look at individual compute nodes and individual storage servers for utilization and other statistics. The Exadata fleet component capacity dashboard have bar graphs as well for detailed information. You can use these dashboards as templates when building your own dashboards. Just duplicate it and modify it to your need. It's also possible to have these dashboards updated on frequent intervals to be used in active monitoring purpose. This ends the demo of Exadata dashboards.